So you
please be quiet.
okay? I'll let her finish. I'm gonna agree with everything she's saying. That's not me.
Like, I want to build generational wealth, and I'm not going to do that really working for somebody else. I have to have different streams of income. You know this. You don't just have one job. That's why even when you were 26, you had two. You understand?
Dangerous minds.
Yeah. See, you think you're unique, ma'am, and I have dozens and dozens of women saying the same thing you do. Ma'am, at the end of the day, you were a property manager for I'm going to call it project. I don't know what it is. I'm not trying to be
Family
insulting.
development. Yeah.
Okay,
That's
whatever
what
it
I'm saying.
is.
You're trying to
But
insult, or you're trying to help.
but I
like,
don't care
what's
I don't
your
care what you
standpoint?
I don't care about your feelings. I care that you get the lesson.
Yes.
The bottom line is, ma'am, you did that job because that was the most money you could make with your skill sets. In this world, competence gets compensated. And Primerica, I want you people to go understand how Primerica and companies like this with multi-level marketing, and I got nice things to say about Primerica.
I'm not with Primerica.
Excuse me, I got nice things to say about Primerica for people who have a basis in business. But far too often, people go in and they get told that they can go from being hairdressers, barbers, regular average high school graduate people to these high level insurance and financial planners. And you all talk this, I'm going to sell people family planning and this and that and da da da. And I need you to understand the first thing people look at before they invest their money, they look at what you're doing. They say, who am I going to invest my money with? They look, and now today they can run all kind of background checks. Now all I have to do is say 27 years old, 2 kids, da da da. You don't even have, why would somebody let you invest the money until you can show that you've done it?
Nobody's money.
That's the point. That's the point. Okay. Anyway, ma'am, do you really think? Okay, I'm not going to ask that question. Let's say, God forbid. Let's just say, God forbid. Let's just say your kids were called home to glory. They're not here, okay? And you reach 65 years old. And despite your best efforts, you still fall into the category of having a shortfall in your retirement of $700,000, even $500,000. And you can't work no more. There's no government assistance. There is no Social Security.
I'm sure
there's no Jesus.
Like,
and then where you gonna be?
It's either dead or dead broke.
But where you gonna live?
Based on that scenario that you said.
Where you gonna be? But dead broke, but you're still alive. Where you gonna be?
Say that again.
Dead broke, but still alive. Where you gonna be?
Probably if I'm dead broke and still alive, and I don't have no family, and I'm gonna be on the streets.
That's right.
Right?
That's right. That's right. And you ladies need to start understanding that is what is happening to you ladies right now. And it doesn't matter whether you like how I'm saying it, dislike how I'm saying it. That is what is happening right now. I want you guys to go back to the video I put up the other day. Black women are dying, are aging and dying alone. I want you to go back to the episode I took talking about the kin gap. The kin gap, not what you want to hear, but what is. And I think a lot of women get upset because they're like, well, it's not going to be me. Sure. No one thinks it's going to be them.
Yeah.
No one thinks it's going to be them until it is.
90% of people at 65 will either be dead or dead broke.
Why are Black women aging and dying alone? I was probably one step away from being out here on the streets. 4 years after the market crash of 2008, her life savings and investments was gone. She was forced to sell the house that she co-owned and lived in with her mama and her aunt, who had then died.
She probably had full investments. I'm sorry.
She had very little fucking income.
Excuse me?
She had very little fucking income. You can't have investments without income.
Right. You can't, absolutely.
So where are you going to get the money to invest?
You got to make some more money.
No, where are you going to get the money to invest?
A second stream.
No, Dangerous Minds. That's what I just played for you before.
Are you familiar with?
Ma'am, I want you to ask when you had your first job, that's all you made was 50 grand at most.
Hmm.
And in this job, it's commission only, right?
No, it's hourly. Oh yeah, my own business is commission.
Uh-huh. Right. And are you working another job?
Yes.
So this is a side job.
Yes, but I'm working towards making it my main job.
Uh-huh. And how much do you need to make at this side job to be your main job to walk away?
How much do I need to make? I need to be making about like what I'm currently making, 50,000 or more.
So you need to make $50,000 in your part-time job
Hmm.
to replace your full-time income. I want you guys to understand this what has to happen. In her part-time, she needs to make as much money as she's making in her full-time. You'd have no sales skills, no prospecting skills. You don't work for a major name brand company, and you have to do this in half
WFG
the,
is one world
excuse
premiere.
me, you have to do it. I couldn't make this up. And you have to do this part time. You bake cookies in part time. You bake cakes in part time. You don't make replacement full on income in part time except in poor people. Poor people think they can make full time replacement income in part time. How long do you need to make that replacement income before you're secure enough to walk away from your full time job?
How long? I'd say like about like 2 to 5 years.
2 to 5 years. So you got to work 40 hours a week in your full-time job,
35, yeah, but basically.
and then you work part-time. So you're working 60 hours from 2 to 5 years.
Well, no, not even part time because I work like as soon as I get on my I'm like working like all day on my
Yeah,
like,
yeah, yeah, yeah,
like at
yeah.
my
And how old
breaks
is
and
your
after I get out of work.
how old is your oldest child?
She's 9, she'll be 10 in December.
So in other words, you got to work full-time job and a part-time job with an 8 and a 9-year-old who still need to be raised. So this mama has to work 60 hours a week to get for 2 to 5 years to get her part-time job to replace her full-time job. Now understand this. When she has a full-time part-time job, that means she's still going to take a pay cut because she goes from making 50,000 over here to 50,000 over here. That's 100 total. That means she's making 50 over here. This job goes away. That means that full-time job, part-time job becomes a new full-time job, 100% commission. And she's still trying to raise 2 preteens. Then she has to take that $50,000 a year job and turn it into $200,000 a year, raising 2 children.
So it's a lot. It's a lot, but it's possible, you know.
And she said and she said that she has a 70 to 80% chance of turning that 50,000 into 200 in that scenario.
Yeah.
So it's going to take 2 to 5 years to get it to 50 alone.
No, it's
Excuse me, ma'am. I
no.
asked. Yes, no, no, ma'am. I already asked you. I said how long it's going to take you to get to replacement income. You said 2 to 5 years. If we split the difference, call it 3.5 years. No, I already got what I need. I already got what I need.
No,
Three
like
and a half.
50,000 a year you're
Three
saying,
and a half.
right?
No, I know 2 to 5 years to get to $50,000. But guess
No,
what's
no,
still
no.
happening?
I was saying
Stop! Stop!
$50,000
Stop!
annually.
Stop! 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 Even if it takes 4 years, 3 years, 3.5 years, that's still 3.5 years away from your retirement. That means if it takes you 3.5 years and you have 38 years left to work, that means you will have 35 years to get that 50,000 up to 200,000. And you still got to get kids in high school, kids in college, and she got to get that 200. And after it took 3 to 5 years to get it from 0 to 50, you think you're going to get it from 50 to 200 in how many years?
Like about like five. I'd say like about like 5 years.
So I want you to understand. She
Like
thinks
5
she
to
can.
7.
Excuse me.
Yeah.
She thinks she can 4x her income in 5 to 7 years. I'll give you 6 years. So 10 years total. So let's just say you get it from 5 years, 3 years. So at 6 years, all right. So that means you're potentially increasing. That still means in 10 years from now, you're finally at 200,000. You're 37. You got 28 years left. Now your kids are fully in college by that time.
Mm-hmm.
You got all these expenses. You still think you're going to be able to stack away $2.4 million.
I'm pretty close to it. Like about like 1.8. 2 million. Listen,
I
I
need you
feel
to
so
understand
good and I'm so confident. And I'm getting
I
like
need you to
millionaire
understand something.
mentorships.
I need you millionaire mentorships. I need you guys to understand this. This is what they believe. Just because you sit and look at people with money have always talked to broke women and made them. That's what makes them rich because y'all are stupid and buy this shit. That's what makes them rich. That's why these guys make these get rich quick schemes and come to my course.
That's the
That's why
thing,
I
it's
told the
not a
other
get
lady,
quick scheme. It's not.
your manager makes $65,000 a year. You say your
750, and it took him
no, I said
about.
your man. I said your manager, not your
Oh,
direct. Not your. I said your manager.
oh, okay, yeah.
See, that's what I mean. The man who's making all the
And
money
her
supposed.
mindset is so
But
different.
yeah. But have you ever seen her W-2s?
No,
Uh,
but
have you
I
ever been
know
in her?
that
Have you ever
because
been
I
in her
want to
house?
apply for that job
Have you been?
too.
Have you been in her house? I'm
I have
talking about the
not.
person that's making $750,000 a year.
Oh no, I haven't, but I do plan to go visit them in January for
Right. So
a
this
team
is how it
retreat.
works. This is how it works. They always keep a manager who's making decent money, but the person that's making the real money comes in like Boiler Room, like the Ben Affleck character. They
Hmm.
come in and they do all that stuff and they tell them, this is how it works and this and that. And they come in their good Tom Ford suit and they shine and bring watches and carry them by. And people will say, ooh, look at the trinkets. Look at what's possible. And they pump their head full of shit and then they send them out there to the sweatshop. And understand something. Even in this scenario, everything has to work exactly right. She can't get sick. She can't have a setback, nothing. No recession, no second round of coronavirus. It all has to work. And they would rather do all of this rather than make themselves fit for a mate, for a man to go through life to share the load. That's how far modern women have fallen. You'd rather,
That's your
I don't
point.
need to hear
Okay,
of,
got it.
you would rather do all of
That is
this
your
shit
point.
because at the end of the day, they still think, well, I'll do my best, and if not, my kids will take care of me. And I'm like, damn, so somebody else.
So is
So
that like
you
your product? Like you help women like become more prepared like for a man, especially like
no,
or like
no,
so.
I show
So you
men,
don't
I
help
show
women like me. You just
no, I'm helping you. I'm helping you. I'm helping wake you up. Helping wake you up because what you're doing,
no, but I'm saying as far like with men,
what you're doing. Oh well, men.
like
I'm
becoming.
stop. What I'm doing is I'm showing the world why
Uh-huh.
men are not marrying because where are you to pick wives from, man? 70 years ago, you would have been somebody's regular, normal wife, and y'all would have lived your middle class lifestyle, happy
Miserable.
and content.
I don't know. It's just like a like I don't know. That's like
This
yeah.
is a
I don't know
twice.
because like
This is
back
the
in the day,
twice
it seems
mother.
like women were
This
like
is a
battered a
twice.
lot.
This is a
Their values
twice.
weren't
I want
considered.
you to understand what the fuck she just said. This is a two-time baby mama parroting the damn feminist talking point. She is so. This is the color purple of the Black America people. She said,
You are a trip.
no, you're a fool.
I'm not a fool.
You're a goddamn fool, is
I
what
was.
you are.
I might have
No,
been
you
foolish.
are, no,
I
you are
might have
still a
had
fool.
foolish
I want you to
ways,
understand something. This is a woman who said
but I was
back
able
then
to
when
connect.
I'm going to hang up on you and get on because you made
I mean,
yourself
you
look like,
can.
I know because at the end of the day, I go back to my life. You go back to this thing thinking that women back then were battered and their bellies being beaten and something and so forth. You need therapy.
You know what? Maybe I do.
You do because this is a warped
Therapy
mentality.
isn't bad.
I know it's not. And you're raising two girls and they're going
Hmm.
to adopt your mentality because you teach the culture. And if you think that 50 to 70 years ago, women living average, normal lives were miserable,
No, yeah. Well, like
that's what you
the poor
said.
women. Yeah, poor
I
women
said middle
and
class
middle class and
people.
some middle
This
class
is what
women.
I need you, and this is why I need you guys to. I need everybody in the world to understand.
They were dependent on the men.
This is what men have to pick. No, no, don't make me cuss. You already got two kids.
Hmm.
You don't get to say shit about depending on the man. You've already decided to give a man the highest honor you can.
Yep.
Men aren't your problem.
All
And the
right.
problem is you're raising two girls. And this poisonous mindset you have, this fantasy mindset you have, this manifest mindset you have is in our culture. And men didn't do this. What did I tell you guys where this come from?
Execute Order 66.
This was implanted by Big Mama and them in the color purple. Men are bad. Get your own. Blah blah blah. Blah blah blah.
I don't
And,
agree with that though.
yeah, but what were those women back in the day who were being so miserable? They were miserable without a man who was beating
Yeah,
on
no,
their
you know what?
belly.
I did grow up
Who,
watching those
yeah,
movies.
yeah, exactly, exactly. It's exactly what I mean. You cannot make this shit up. That's why.